Welcome back all of you. In our previous class we studied about the various tags used inside the HTML. Now we will discuss about the CSS. The full form of CSS or the abbreviation of CSS is Cascading Style Sheets. It is fondly used to create the properties or define the property or HTML tag once, and after that we can use them many times in various web pages. Basically the advantages of CSS are CSS save time, it page faster than the normal HTML web pages, easy maintenance, superior style to HTML, multiple device compatibility, and global web standards. Okay, basically a CSS require these three basic components. First is selector, second is property, and third is its value. So let's understand what is the selector first of all. A selector is an HTML tag at which a style will be applied. Like if you want to apply the red background color on the H1 text or the H1 heading text only, then the H1 will be our selector, or any other else tag on which we want to apply the properties is known as the selector. The properties, second component which we use in CSS, a property is a type of attribute of HTML tag. Okay, as we used BG color, so the BG color was the property of body tag whose value we passed as the color. Here we will pass the property and then we will pass the value of that property. It is the general structure of CSS code. The selector first of all, then after the selector we will put the curly braces. In between the curly braces we will put property and then colon. At the place of assignment operator or equal operator we will use colon here to assign a value to the property. We can assign multiple values. Look at here in the example. The table is the selector, border is the property, 1px is the width of border, solid is the style, and hash C00 is the color of border. When we passed all the properties in the CSS, then we need to put the semicolon after the properties. Okay. Now the example is H1 is the selector, then the curly braces open, color is the property, colon is used to assign the value in the selector, in the property, and hash 36CFFFFF is the value. We can pass the color directly as we passed it in the BG color, property of body. Okay. Now there are four ways to associate styles with HTML document. The first and the basic property or the basic way by which we apply the CSS with HTML is the inline CSS. Look at here, in the inline CSS we will pass the style tag, and using the style tag we will add the property of that particular element in the web page. Here is the example. Look at here, in H1 style, color, colon, and the value. So here the text which we will pass inside the H1 tag, it should be in the color of hash 36C, and you can pass the normal color at this code, at the place of this code. So I'm going to run this code. Look at here, I'm copying it, then open the notepad, paste the code, as usual, the code pasted in the single line. So I'm changing the lines here, and there is no compulsion to put the head because we not used any type of properties or any type of sub tag inside the head. So if you wish to put, you can, otherwise there is no compulsion. Here is the code. I'm removing the head now because I'm not using it. So HTML body h1 style equals to color. Here I am passing the value of color as red and semicolon. Now save this file as HTML. So I am taking it as css1.html. Select all files and click on save. Let's see how it will look. Here is it, CSS1. Open with browser. So look at here, the text here in H1 is in color red. Okay. I am applying another H1 tag here, so it will be clear to you. Another H1 tag, H1 open, H1 close, because H1 is a container tag, it is not an empty tag. In this I am passing normal H1 tag and file, save it. Until we will not apply the style tag inside the H1 tag. If we not pass the style property inside the H1 tag, then it will not affect the output. Okay. All the time whenever we will apply inline CSS, so it will work in the single line only. Let's move to the next method of applying the CSS on HTML. The next method is internal CSS. The internal style sheet is used to add a unique style for a single document. It is defined inside the head, or defining it we will use the style tag. Okay, so in the same web page I am going to apply the head tag, head open, head close. Inside the head I am passing the style tag, style open, style close. Style is also not an empty tag, it is a container tag. Here inside the style tag we need to pass the selector first of all. So my selector name is H1. After that I will put the curly braces. So curly braces open. Then the property, the same property I am passing for H1. Look at here. And after the property, close the curly braces. Now there is no need to put the style property as the inline property. Now in this code we passed the H1 selector's color property inside the style tag, which situated inside the head tag. So now the same selector property will work in the whole page. Okay, in the previous example, as we had seen, if we apply the style property in one H1 tag, then it was working on that tag only. But now the single property or the single H1 selector will work for each and every time whenever we will pass H1 in our web page. Look at here, I am copying the same H1 tag, pasting it multiple times. Now move to the file option, click on the save button, and again move to the browser to view the effect. Now look at here, all the time whenever I am using the h1 tag, although I not passed any property here inside the h1 tag, but still all the h1 tags are taking the same properties. Okay, so it is the way of applying the style sheet using the internal CSS. Now the next process is the external CSS. In the external CSS, we will do one different thing, which is we will make two different files. First is containing all the selectors and its properties, and another one containing all the tags. We can say the HTML code is separately in one file and the CSS code separately in another file. Let's see the example. I am taking the same example here, so I am copying it, Control C, in the notepad, Control N, Control V, and we need to adjust the code here. This time I am passing the property for H1, H2 and H3 selectors. The color I passed, the font width I passed, letter spacing I passed. Now margin from bottom, text transform, here I am also applying, okay, I am not applying the other properties. After writing this CSS code, save the file with .css extension, as I am passing it as css2.css. must be the extension will be .css. Save it. Its name is css2.css. I saved it. Now again taking another new notepad file. In this new notepad file, I will put the HTML tag open, HTML close. I am putting the code by which we will add the external CSS file here inside the HTML page. So to combine that external CSS file with this HTML page, we require the link tag. The link tag is having type attribute, href attribute and media attribute. Media is not a compulsory attribute, but if you want to add the CSS file with HTML, then we should pass the type and href attribute. Now href is equals to, I will pass here css2.css because it was my file name which I saved, and now after the head we will put the body tag. Body open, body close. Now I am adding the h1 tag, h1 open, h1 close. Inside this I am passing, this is the HTML with CSS. I am copying the same line I am placing inside the h2 tag. Now with the h3 also, because we passed 3 selectors there, I am passing h4 also, but these above 3 lines will follow the same properties, but the H4 looks different. Okay, so let's save it. Click on the file, click on save button. Now we will pass here the name of file, so I'm passing it as demo.html. remember this point, here we are using two different files. First is the HTML file whose extension will be .html. Another one will be the CSS file whose extension will be the .css. Now select all files and click on save button. Move back on the desktop. So look at here on the desktop, I'm having the demo file is here, and near to the demo the CSS2 file was there. Right click on the demo, open with. Here is the CSS code in which we passed H1, H2, H3, that's the red color, and it is the HTML code in which I passed H1, H2, H3 and H4. So these H1, H2, H3 will display the same type of property, but the H4 tag looks different. So as I run this demo.html page, so it is the output where H1, H2, H3 follow the same property, but the H4 not follow the same property because we not passed it as the selector. Thank you class. In the next class or in the next video we will discuss various other properties of CSS. Thank you.